I have to be honest, after seeing that Gio was announced as the Timbers manager, I was kind of unsure as to who the guy was and, what experience he would be bringing to the Timbers in the 2018 season. Then after doing quite a bit of research, I come to realise that the man has a lot of experience in playing the game himself, and albeit a short, coaching experience, he's been very, very successful at it. It takes a special manager to come into a team in the NASL and, win 3 championships out of the 5 seasons that he's there. It's a pretty damn good achievement. And, after reading up on all of his history and that sort of stuff, I have to admit I'm very, very excited to see what he can bring to the Timbers in the 2018 season. And it was really beautifully summed up by Dave Martinez on MLS.com saying, who is Giovanni Savarese and why is he Portland's ideal hire? I'll just pick out some of the bits here and explain why, I really do think that he is going to be a great fit for the Timbers. Whilst at the Cosmos, Gio would regularly say that every game is a final, and his team actually got the nickname Cardiac Cosmos, as they would always fight you to the death or give you a heart attack trying, because they had a lot of grit and determination and would always give 110%. And I feel like this is something, especially in last season, that the Timbers, at times I felt like in some games they just gave up. When I saw that the Timbers were 2-1 down, that was it. I could personally call that we weren't going to get back into the game. You've always got that hope, but I just felt last season there was something different. I just feel like the Timbers at certain times, specifically the RSL home game where we lost 4-1, and I said it was the worst performance I've collectively seen. I just looked back at my video, that it was the worst performance that I've seen as a Timbers fan, because I felt that we just gave up. Once the third, fourth goal went in, there was not even a bit of heart and determination. It was just awful. We completely gave up. I'm really hoping that with Gio in charge, he's just going to, get the players to always give 110%, specifically at home. Because, if he's a player that understands the fans are so important, even if you're losing, you've got to give 110%, so the fans will stay on your side as players and stay on the manager's side. And I just feel like that's something that he's going to bring this year. Now, moving on to tactics. I know I spoke about Gio, preferably using the 4-2-3-1 formation. That doesn't mean he doesn't like to mix it up. He's been known for using a 4-1-4-1 formation and a very 4-3-3 formation. So, I feel like that's something that Club Porter didn't really have to offer. Gio likes to exhaust his options, specifically on the bench and within players. And we have a lot of players with versatility within the Timbers side that can play more than one position, in the midfield, the defence, going forward. So I'm intrigued to see if things aren't going away or if the team manages to snuff out the 4-2-3-1 formation. Because, I think that does suit the Timbers best with the players that we've got, with Valeri and Cam and Addy up top being a target man. Although I would like to see Addy paired with someone up top, like a Gaston Fernandez or a Maxi, Arruti, someone that can get around him and link the play as well with Valeri behind them. But nonetheless, I think it's going to be interesting to see that Gio can bring this other formations and this, this versatility in the side compared to Club Porto, who, week in, week out, even if things weren't going our way, preferred to stay with a 4-2-3-1 formation. After all, Gio had a lot of success at Cosmos in the NASL, but will that transfer into the MLS? You don't just win divisions in the NSL without being a fantastic coach and a man manager, which is what they say here on the MLS website here. They say this is where Gio's experience sets him apart. During his time at the Cosmos, Gio managed the likes of Real Madrid legend Raul, Villarreal folk hero Marcos Senna, and Venezuelan icon Juan Arango. Despite his relative inexperience at the helm, Gio made believers of each and every one of those legendary names, effectively deploying them within the construct of a modest roster. That proves that he can deal with big player egos, because you don't know if they had the ego like Ronaldo, maybe a bit cocky, but he managed to get them to play in a team and win championships. That's what you're looking for, especially with the likes of MLS, where you've got DPs and you've got international players that can come in, maybe sometimes think they're bigger and better than everyone, and he should hopefully be able to bring them down to a modest level. Not saying that Club Porter didn't do that. I think he did that very well, but I just think he's a proven man manager, and the fact that he's working with these sort of legends and names brings us on to the next point of global contacts. He has links all around the world thanks to his previous playing career, and at the Cosmos was able to bring players from basically all continents to the club. So fingers crossed, if he can work with General Manager Gavin Wilkinson and connect around the world and bring in some, who knows, good players and create a good spine of the team, I think we got good things lying ahead for the Timbers. So I mentioned earlier that Gio has quite a bit of experience with the MLS, having previously played there for quite a few seasons and managed for 5 years in the league below. But I forgot to mention that he was also a league commentator for ESPN Deportes on the MLS. So he's going to know a lot of players, he's going to know a lot of teams, So he's obviously going to have a lot of MLS experience in that department, but it's obviously completely different when you're a manager and the coach of the Portland Timbers. So the question has to be asked, so if Gio is so great, why haven't any MLS teams taken a flyer on him? Well, they have, but intending and doing so are two vastly different things. Just this winter, Minnesota United and the Houston Dynamo were very interested in signing the Cosmos boss. However, his services came at a price. The Cosmos would not allow their coach to leave unless a transfer fee was involved. According to some reports, that fee was of a 7-figure variety. Those sources have consistently said that it was the mid-6-figure range. So, you know, maybe he was just waiting for the right opportunity, and maybe the Timbers were waiting for the right man to come apart. And hence why it went from November to finally announcing someone in December, in mid-December. I don't know, I just think this seems like a fantastic fit, and no matter what we paid for him, it kind of links to the next thing. It is a gamble. You know, he is a gamble, but so was Claude Porter. He hadn't even managed in the NASL. He was a college manager at the time. So I think this is a fantastic gamble that I'm really hoping pays off for him as well. You know, the MLS can be a proving ground for some coaches like Claude Porter, who's now, you know, being linked with other MLS roles and possibly the US men's national team. You know, so I really think that this is going to be a fantastic spell for the Timbers, and I'm really excited. You know, obviously I can't say that proven, but I'm just very excited to see what happens in the 2018 season. So guys, that is going to bring today's video to an end. I've put a lot of hard work and effort into this video, whether that's filming it. It's taken so many hours to get all this info, remember it in my head, and try and get it down. So apologies if any of it has seemed rushed and stuff like that, but I've tried my hardest to get all the information of his previous playing career. You know, if you've learned something from today, give the video a like and, you know, share it with whoever. My goal for the new year by 2018, by the beginning of it, is to try and get the channel to 200 subscribers. I'm currently on 190, so it would really mean a lot. But anyway, I do apologize over the last few weeks, as I said already, for not making a lot of videos. I've just been trying to get my setup completely ready, and, you know, now I finally am here with a good setup, with a good microphone, good camera, to produce more videos to a better quality. But yeah, nonetheless, cue the Christmas music. I hope you guys have a fantastic Christmas, as this is the last video that I'm going to be releasing before Christmas. I'll hopefully get one out to you guys in between Christmas and New Year. Not sure what it is. I think I just saw a rumour that we could be signing someone, so maybe a video like that might be a Christmas Day present. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Stumbling all over the place, but thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see you soon. Have a wonderful Christmas. Whoa, wait a minute. I just signed off and stopped making this video, and then I go on Twitter and see that Merritt Paulson has just tweeted this. Focus, damn it. Extremely pumped about Gio as the new Timbers coach. Can't wait to formally introduce him in early January. He is a winner who has an infectious charisma and an intense drive. Now we need to round out the 2018 roster, hopefully to have 2 new players signed in the next week. #welcome Gio. I will most certainly be making a video next week. See you soon.